Right. The last crescendo. The big one, allegedly. Artur Beterbiev, Dimitry Bivol. Rematch after a controversial decision. I thought that Bivol had sneaked it by a round, to be honest with you, the first one. It was a majority decision. And what's his name? Bivol's evil wife. I want half, Dimitri. Yeah. Was laughing at the fact he got beat, which is disgusting. She's got kids and, they're old enough to know, and seeing their own mother slag off their dad, it's no good. Apparently she got a slap. Well, I can see why. Anyway, but Bivol a rematch. I mean, it's a fair rematch. I don't mind this rematch. I usually hate these rematches all the time. You want to see something new, but, ultimately, and, the what's it called, the first fight, right? When was the first fight? October? Something like that of last year? 12th of October last year. So, we didn't have to wait ages. Well, what's going to happen? Well, the weigh-in, I mean, it's kind of like inconsequential. 175 Beterbiev, 174 Bivol, both looked in good shape. Beterbiev looks absolutely ripped, There are allegations that he might be juicing, but, so is just about everyone in modern sports anyway, you know what I'm saying? I think the truly naive don't, because you can't compete against... How can you compete against somebody who's got a 30% boost by juicing? It's just nuts, You're not going to get no clean athletes in 100 meters finals. Don't think Usain Bolt is clean, for crying out loud. So Beterbiev, it was his first fight not winning by KO against Bivol. And Bivol kind of one of the early rounds, as I remember. Beterbiev kind of came forward a bit near the end. Beterbiev is 40 now. People have been waiting for him to age, if you like, but he keeps in excellent shape, probably has excellent PEDs, and he's a Muslim. He doesn't drink, he doesn't do drugs. He's just always in the gym and always in great shape. So I wouldn't, old overnight. Well, it's only about 6 months after how is it? 6 months after the first fight? Less? Man, is it only 4 months since that first fight? That's crazy. Now, the problem with Bivol, a lot of people have been saying the stress he's been under because of his wife and not being able to see his kids. And people have even said online, his face doesn't look right. He looks so tired. And straight after the weigh-in, I saw a picture of him and he had like red marks under his eyes. He really didn't look good. Having said that, you can't always read a lot into this, You can't always read a lot into what someone looks like, but his eyes were reddened and, I don't know, it looks like the whole thing's aged him. He's 34, right? He's not spring chicken, but, he's still got 6 years on Beterbiev. To my knowledge, Bivol isn't a drunkard or a partier or anything like that. He just hands out the occasional slap to his wife. He probably asked for it. So we got the rematch. And, I mean, is anything going to change? I don't know. Is Beterbiev going to be more aggressive early on? That's what people say, because he lost a few of the early rounds and he came on late, I mean, it's all very well to say that, right? But, Bivol had more spring in him step in the early rounds. I think we'll see a very similar fight. I think we'll see a chess match style thing. I think it'll go to distance. Unless, I don't like to hedge, and like I said, and make excuses, but if Beterbiev really has been mentally having a hard time and is not there emotionally, well, Bivol, if Bivol is not there mentally, and has been emotionally, damaged by what's going on with his family, then the wrong person to face is Beterbiev, who's a killer. Well, they obviously couldn't stop him the first time, but, he's hard to hit, Bivol, and he's a very nice boxer. I see a very similar fight. I think it'll be a chess match. Beterbiev has got underrated boxing skills. People don't realise he's actually got a nice jab. He's good at judging distance. People think he's a bang. Well, he's a banger, but he's not a wild banger. He's an intelligent banger. And at one stage he had 20 wins, 20 KOs, until he bumped into Bivol and Bivol's footwork. I mean, unless he's severely damaged Bivol, and you know, as I said, he didn't look great, and people have said he hasn't been looking great, but I wouldn't necessarily read too much into that. We don't know. He's quite a quiet guy, Bivol. He doesn't talk. He doesn't talk smack. Nor does Beterbiev. You know, it's like an old school fight. Two proper fighters. You know what I'm saying? I see a distance fight. I see Bivol. I mean, if Bivol's on form, I think he can edge it. I thought he edged it last time, to be frank. Even Turki al-Sheikh thought Bivol won. He went away. He went against his Muslim brother, which is kind of rare. You know, people of a certain communities will always support their own. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a black guy actually support a white fighter. I mean, I don't care. Like I said, everyone's got the right. It's their world as well. It's your world too. You can support who you want for whatever reasons you want. As long as you ain't going around killing or noncing people, you can think what you want. You know, don't let the system, the people that be tell you, oh, you can say this, you can't say this, you're evil. It's nonsense. People are going to have different opinions. Everyone's got the right to see the world through their own filter. They have their own experiences. But of course, the system don't want that. They want to produce a bunch of obedient, well, not rats, ants that just follow the system and obey the system and just crack on and do whatever the elitists want them to do, whether it's die in war, whether it's work for a low wage, right? So, you know, yeah, people are welcome to think what they want. I don't care. You know, in Japan, when I went there were certain bars. I tried to go in the bar. He goes, no gaijin, or whatever. I think it's gaijin, yeah. Isn't it right? Gaijin is a foreigner. And I was like, cool, no problem. I don't care. I think it's good that the place is just for Japanese. They don't have to mix with like drunken Westerners. I don't think it's cool. And they can do their own thing. And there's bars where there's no women allowed, just Japanese men. And that's cool. Well, you can do that in the UK and in the Western world because it's evil. We're talking evil. I mean, you know, why not? But yeah, you can have safe spaces which are only for whatever, Batimans or Transformers or whatever. Oh, we've got safe spaces. They just rename it. It's a safe space, but it's only for these people. They apply jobs. Oh, you can only apply for a Batman's or if you're from a person of colour. As Otto William would say, you know, all this stuff is nonsense. They just switch the rules depending on their agenda, right? So yeah, support who you want for whatever reasons you want. I got no problem with that. What will happen? Yeah, I believe we'll go distance. I'm assuming that Bivol's on form, and I think he should edge it, Bivol. And they'll probably do a third one, you know, the trilogy. I mean, I'm not especially interested in seeing the third one. You know, it reminds me of the Canelo Golovkin fights. It's like, come on, man. Neither, you know, I know what's going to happen. It's going to go to points, go to distance, those fights. You know, two guys with a great chin, Canelo and Golovkin. And Canelo's very patient, and he knows the judges are on his side. So with Beterbiev and Bivol, it's the kind of fight that, you know, it's not going to be excitement. It's going to be classy boxing. I'm more interested in Jean Caballel. And for car crash value, simple car crash value, I'm interested in Parker, who's weighed in heavy, 12 pounds heavier than before. If he's Bakoli, who knows what he'll win at? 500 pounds probably. But I mean, just for car crash entertainment, I mean, I'm sorry, man. He'll get the bag, Bakoli. And Billy Nelson, you know, the Scottish trainer or manager, you know, he's got nothing else, has he? He's put all, you know, he wants that bag for Bakoli. He's rubbing his hands, man. He is rubbing his hands. He can't believe he's got this opportunity. I got it after wanting Bakoli to get a big fight. He's got it now. And I'll get my slice of his millions. I mean, they've got to pay Bakoli pretty well to come in at the last minute, 2 days before, fat as a hog, he's got to fly from Congo to Ethiopia to Saudi. He might apparently still on the planes. You know, he hasn't even weighed in yet. Anyway, so yeah, the one bet I put a bet, one of me funds, me pal, Wilson, you know, came on the channel, experienced trainer, he said, you know, I seen this bet, 6-1, yeah, Bivol to win, to throw more punches and land more punches. I thought, well, that's an interesting bet. I dumped the $5 on that, so I got something to care about. But yeah, again, for me, I think we will go the distance, and one of them will edge it. And I'm going for Bivol.